I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
For weeks, the WNBA seemed stuck in a rough, repetitive rhythm. Caitlin Clark taking hit after hit, getting shoved, knocked around, and fouled hard while the league stayed silent. Fans vented loudly online, while studio analysts briefly acknowledged it and then moved on. The underlying message felt obvious. Deal with it yourself, rookie. Then suddenly, everything changed. Not because the league stepped in, but because some of the loudest voices in basketball finally spoke up. Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, along with several other NBA All-Stars, let their frustration be heard. This wasn't polished, PR-friendly praise. It was raw, unfiltered criticism that echoed across arenas from Seattle to South Beach. Typically, NBA players keep their support within their own circles, a quick retweet, maybe a short comment, and then back to business. But Pascal Siakam broke that unwritten rule on live TV. When asked a light, easy question about which players are getting the most attention right now, he skipped over countless NBA stars and made a bold statement. Honestly, it's Caitlin Clark. The attention she's getting is unreal. And that moment, it spoke volumes.
Oh man, Caitlin she's a beast, man. Like, and they love her. So I'll probably say Caitlin Clark. I love Tyrese, but she's another level in terms of just the love that she has.
Pascal Siakam didn't compare her to other rookies in the WNBA. He put her up against Tyrese Halliburton, his own all-star teammate, and still gave her the edge. That's not generosity. That's recognition of what's actually happening. Caitlin Clark has smashed through the invisible barrier that once separated the women's game from the broader basketball spotlight, and Siakam essentially validated her place on that level. Obi Toppin isn't the kind of player known for flashy quotes. He expresses himself through high-flying dunks, not long speeches. That's exactly why his reaction carries weight. There was no scripting or polish, just genuine admiration. He kept it simple. Yeah, Caitlin is incredible. Watching her show up courtside at their games is exciting, and the support goes both ways. They root for her just like she roots for them.
Yeah, Caitlin's amazing. Super amazing. She's a great player. Having her be courtside and watching our games is awesome. We see the excitement that she has on the sides, but just like she's doing that, we do the same. Like when they're playing, like it's so much. It's a joy to watch.
That's the situation at its most ironic. No rankings, no dividing lines between leagues, just players recognizing greatness in one another. When even role players in the NBA speak like that, it's a sign the culture has already shifted beneath the surface. Sharing the same city in Indianapolis gives Tyrese Halliburton a close-up view of everything surrounding Caitlin Clark. He witnesses the constant attention, the fans chasing autographs, the flashing cameras, the non-stop noise, and how she stays composed through all of it. When he spoke to reporters, he put it bluntly. Alongside stars like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Nikola Jokic, Caitlin belongs in the same conversation. In his view, she's one of the 5 most recognizable names in basketball right now, no qualifiers needed.
She's, I think for me, getting to actually spend time around her, be around her, get to know her personally, she's just an amazing person, an amazing player. She deals with there's a lot of rhetoric behind her that she really has no control over. And I think that the way she handles that is just amazing. Like, I think when it comes to the game of basketball, like, she's probably top 5 most famous people that are playing right now, just in general. That includes our league as well.
Tyrese Halliburton wasn't exaggerating. Whether it's TikTok, ESPN, airports, or morning TV, Caitlin Clark is everywhere. What stands out even more is Halliburton's empathy. He knows what it feels like to carry the weight of expectations as the face of an NBA franchise, yet he still believes she's under even greater pressure. That kind of perspective lands harder than any highlight reel. And when LeBron James speaks, the entire conversation shifts. He didn't offer a safe or generic compliment. He zoomed out and looked at the bigger picture. His message was simple: she's drawing massive attention, and that matters. The fact that teams are now flying private? That's something to celebrate. In other words, Clark isn't just performing on the court, She's helping push the game forward, accelerating progress that's been building for nearly 3 decades.
Because everybody is looking for you to say anything, and they're going to splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. And I think for her, the one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. They flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right.
LeBron James has lived through this kind of moment before. He was the moment back in 2003 NBA draft. He understands what it means to carry an entire sport toward a bigger, more profitable future. That's why his praise felt personal, almost protective. Beneath his words was a clear message. Don't mishandle this. Take care of what you have. Ask an elite shooter how they show respect to another, and the answer is simple: compete. Trae Young, known for launching deep shots without hesitation, admitted he'd need extra practice to go head-to-head with Caitlin Clark in a televised shooting contest. What ties them together is a rare achievement. They're the only 2 college players to ever lead the nation in both scoring and assists. That shared milestone connects them in a way that goes beyond highlights or hype. It's a mark of true offensive dominance.
You were hype about Steph and Sabrina. I know that you have spoken about Caitlin Clark. You're a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Oh, yeah.
She, of course, is an excellent shooter. Would you ever do like a Caitlin Trae 3-point contest at All-Star?
Of course I would. I've gotten to talk to her too throughout her college years. We're the only 2 people that ever led college in points and assists. That's a crazy stat. I'd have to definitely practice a lot more than I have for these previous 3-point competitions. Nah, I'd be ready for sure. I'd do it.
Trae Young wasn't just joking around. That challenge was a real sign of respect. He was essentially admitting that Caitlin Clark has the same kind of shooting form, confidence, and range that puts her in the same spotlight as him. A showdown like that would draw massive attention, and everyone from fans to sponsors knows it. Paul George, meanwhile, offered a more grounded perspective. He's one of those players who can step back and explain the bigger picture without overcomplicating it. His point cut through all the hype. Veterans have spent years putting in work with little recognition, grinding in near-empty gyms. Then suddenly, a rookie arrives and becomes the face of everything. Naturally, that's going to stir some feelings. But he wasn't defending the rough treatment, just acknowledging the reality behind it.
You gotta put it in perspective, right? These girls have been grinding to grow the game of basketball in the WNBA. They've been grinding to grow the sport to the world, the viewerships. They've been grinding for all of this. And then you have this girl that comes along from college and is an instant change. She's handed pretty much being the face of the league. There's going to be girls that are offended by it.
Paul George wasn't excusing anything. He was pointing out the natural resistance that comes with sudden change. In just a few lines, he managed to praise Caitlin Clark's rapid rise while also recognizing the veterans who built the foundation she's now racing across. That balance is exactly why his comments echoed across podcasts and dominated the conversation for days. Then, a reporter lobbed an easy question at Luka Doncic. Who's your favorite women's player?
Who's your favorite women's basketball player?
Caitlin Clark.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like Paige Buchers?
She's okay. I didn't see her playing in the women's NBAs.
When Luka Doncic was asked, he didn't hesitate. His answer was simply Caitlin Clark, no qualifiers, no second thoughts. For someone who made his own leap from European prodigy to NBA superstar, that kind of brief, direct praise carries weight. He judged her by the toughest standard, current impact at the professional level, and in his eyes, she passed easily. That kind of stripped-down endorsement is the one that sticks. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry had been watching closely. He saw the physical hits she was taking, studied her game in detail, and then completely abandoned the usual cautious, diplomatic tone.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
Stephen Curry delivered blunt praise, highlighting Caitlin Clark's quick release, deep range, and complete all-around game, calling her the total package. While stars like Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant gave nods to AJ Wilson and Angel Reese instead, the mixed reactions only highlighted Clark's impact. Her presence has driven massive ratings, sold-out arenas, and league-wide momentum, proving she's not just a player in the WNBA, she's reshaping its future and commanding attention across all of basketball.